Guys, hi, welcome to another one. Welcome to another episode. For this one, I'm doing the Super Rugby semi-final between the Chiefs and the Brumbies. It took place at the FMG Stadium in Waikato, in New Zealand. Um, uh, both teams came to this game with high on high form, guys. Both teams both teams are playing some good rugby in their previous games, and Chiefs are number one in the overall log. So the Brumbies have been playing well in the Australian log also. So yeah, the whole game was gonna be. I was expecting some high quality early on. So yeah, both teams started very well actually. It was just intense quality phases testing each other out. These teams testing each other's defense early on, but both teams were able to weather the storms that they were inflicting on each other. Especially the Brumbies were really good in their defense, guys. Early on, they were really defensively. They were very structured, very solid, not allowing any space for the Chiefs to penetrate and go score. So early on in the game, the conditions dictated for a kicking territorial game because it was very wet. It was pouring in Waikato. So it was gonna be a battle now for the both sides. Who's gonna come on top? Who's gonna readjust his game plan to be more like territorial, to kick better? And the Chiefs had an upper hand early on here through Taman Mackenzie, who was kicking very well in this rain. He was kicking very well, finding some touch for the Chiefs and finding grass, you know. And also both teams were very solid in terms of the handling errors. Both sides were not committing any handling errors, although it was raining and wet. But the handling was very good from both sides. For the first 18 minutes, it was just so solid from both sides. And on TV, they showed some kicking stats and penalty stats. Kicking stats, it was 15-15 kicks from both sides, respectively. They were evenly matched here. On the penalties, there were only 2 penalties from the Chiefs and 1 from the Brumbies. So it just goes to show that it was a very solid game. Both teams were just so accurate in what they were trying to do. Although there were no tries scored, but the game, the open play, the display was very good from both sides. The Chiefs were very aggressive on the ground. As the game went on, with their disruptive counterattacks, trying to cause problems for the Brumbies, not allowing them to have clean ball there. And sometimes they were successful in forcing Brumbies to concede a ball position. So yeah, also Chiefs also had some variations in their set piece attacks. Yeah, so the Chiefs were the ones who were trying to really impose themselves on the Brumbies. In one of their variation set pieces, in the line out, the ball came to the line out and it went inside for one phase, and then they switched back towards the touch line to catch the Brumbies off guard there. And in one of the cases, they managed to get a penalty and score the 3 points there from the Chiefs. So really, the Chiefs were showing that they are the home team here. They came with more. How can I say it? They wanted to impose them more than the Brumbies, but the Brumbies also were excellent, I must say. Um, so for the whole of the first half, there was no try actually. Just a few points were scored from kicking tee. No tries really. But just before half time, I think a minute or 2 minutes before half time, the Chiefs had about 3 clear opportunities to score a try here just before they went to the sheds. But the Brumbies survived all those 3 instances. So before and then the last and the third case, they managed to fumble the ball, and no, I think they noted on, and then the referee had to call for the halftime. So the score at halftime was Chiefs 6, Brumbies 3. There was not much in the first half in terms of the score, but the play was very quality. The way the guys were playing their rugby. So after they came back from the sheds in the second half, the match continued to be very tight up until the Chiefs scored their first 3 points through Jermaine Mackenzie's boot. So this happened 12 minutes into the second half, and now from the pressure that they were applying on the Brumbies, and now the score became Chiefs 9 and 3 to the Brumbies. But just a few moments after that, after these points from Mackenzie, Brumbies also got their own penalty, and they opted to convert to go for 3 points, and they scored the 3 points through Lolesio, the fly half there, and now the score became Chiefs 9 and Brumbies 6. So for the longest time in the second half, there were no points scored up until it was only 10 minutes before halftime, 70th minute, when the Chiefs scored another 3 points now from the halfway line, 50-meter line, through a Jermaine Mackenzie kick. Mackenzie was brilliant in this game, guys. After this kick, the Brumbies started to make a lot of mistakes, unforced errors now, due to the scoreboard pressure. So as the pressure mounted on the Brumbies, they started to make mistakes when defending also, which opened space for Jermaine Mackenzie to run, to exploit, and one of his runs now in open space led to a try through Brody Retallick. Yeah, on the final moments of the game, the Chiefs scored a try here through Retallick. Now this made the score to become Chiefs 19 and the Brumbies 6. So yeah, the only try of the game came on the last moments of the game from the Chiefs. Yeah, and then after this the game had to end because it was on the red zone already in terms of the time. So full time was Chiefs 19, Brumbies 6. Yeah, this was an excellent game. Although the Brumbies lost in the game, they were excellent in the overall play. They were very well organized. Their plans were very accurate. They were very like a test side, guys. I must say, like a test side. Yeah, but it was just not their night to win the game. But they played really well. Mackenzie was brilliant for me here for the Chiefs. His open play kicking to find real estate for the Chiefs. His individual runs to exploit space when the Brumbies opened up. His point conversion from the kicking tee. He was brilliant all across Mackenzie. He's a great player. Great player. He's a proper All Black 10. I think this guy is the one who's going to be the number 10 in the World Cup, Mackenzie. It was really good. I was really impressed by him. Good luck to the Chiefs. Hard luck to the Brumbies. Good luck to the Chiefs when they face the Crusaders in the finals. Thanks so much. Enjoy your afternoon.